Good morning, everyone. KLGR Farm Director Scott Colon with you on this Friday, February 10th. Here's a look at egg headlines and a market update. In egg headlines, Senators John Tester, Chuck Grassley, and Mike Rounds have reintroduced their Meatpacking Special Investigator Act to fight consolidation and enforce the national antitrust laws. The bill would create the Office of the Special Investigator for Competition Matters within USDA. The office would also be made up of a team of investigators that have subpoena power and will be responsible for targeting and preventing anti-competitive practices amongst larger players in the meat and poultry industries. According to Rounds, quote, anti-competitive behavior in the meatpacking industry hurts both consumers and producers. Unfortunately, packer concentration in the beef industry today is more than consolidated than when the Packers and Stockyards Act was first signed into law over 100 years ago, end quote. Only 4 companies operate 18 of the top 20 beef slaughter facilities in the country. Senator Grassley added, quote, it's time we beef up the available tools to protect farm families and folks at the meat counter, end quote. American beef exports set records for both volume and value last year. Despite slowing toward the end of the year, beef exports reached an export number of 1.47 million metric tons. That's 2% above the previous high set in 2021. Export values climbed to a record $11.68 billion, 10% higher than the prior year, and 40% higher than the previous 5-year average. According to USMEF President Dan Holstrom, quote, last year was a groundbreaking year for American beef international presence, with global demand stronger than I've seen in all my years, end quote. Pork exports, meanwhile, finished lower year over year, but the export value was the third largest on record. Pork exports were trending higher as December shipments reached 244,718 metric tons, up 13% year over year, and the second largest of the year. Higher December numbers pushed the year's exports to 2.67 million metric tons, down 8.5% on 2021. Export values, meanwhile, dropped 5% to $7.68 billion. And while American families are dealing with record high grocery prices, farm families can expect to see a drop in income during 2023. According to economists with the American Farm Bureau Federation, who analyzed the farm income forecast in their latest market intel report, noted that income will fall 16% this year, while costs will rise over 4%. According to American Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall, quote, the farm income forecast is a stark reminder that American farmers and ranchers aren't reaping benefits from higher grocery store prices. While some commodity prices are rising, farmers are being hit by circumstances beyond their control, which is why the Farm Bill is so important and must get passed this year, end quote. Adding to the challenges are rising interest rates and farm sector debt that will increase by $31.9 billion to a record $535 billion. Duvall adds, quote, Farm Bill programs enable farmers to manage the risk and weather the challenges to continue feeding America's families, end quote. That's a look at egg headlines. News online at myklgr.com. Here's a check of markets. March corn's up 3.5 at $6.74 December up 1.5 at $5.92 even. March soybeans up a nickel at $15.24 while November's down a penny at $13.64 Chicago, March wheat up 9.25 at $7.66 July's up 8.5 at $7.81 Minneapolis, March spring wheat up 7.75 at $9.25 even. July is up 7.5 at $9.12 even. Kansas, March red wheat up 12.25 at $8.91 while July is up 10.25 at $8.66 even. March oats down 5.75 at $3.75 July is down 2.5 at $3.72 even. March soybean meal down $3.60 at $491.90. December down $1.90 at $412.70. March soybean oil is up 55 cents at $59.59. December up 48 cents at $58.24. On the livestock markets, February live cattle closed yesterday up 2.5 cents and opens today at $160.82.5. June closed down a quarter and opens today at $159.52.5. April lean hogs closed down 3/4 and opens today at $83.32.5. June closed down 35 cents and opens today at $101.65. March feeder cattle closed yesterday up 37.5 cents and opens today at $186.82.5. May closed up a quarter and opens today at $194.67. February pork cutouts closed yesterday down 40 cents and opened today at 81.40. May closed down 55 cents and opens today at 99.30. On the Class 3 milk futures, March is up a dime at 18.03. May up 4 cents at 18.80. That's Look at Egg headlines and a market update here on KLGR. Farm News online at myklgr.com. I'm Farm Director Scott Colomb saying thanks for watching.